Thanks for watching Roland Digs It. I'm Roland, and I usually don't brag much, but I feel like I need to brag a little bit because 3 years ago, I walked into a Walmart and I got my Casio haul, H-A-U-L, and I'll put that video right here. I bought a handful of Casio watches, and the most expensive one was $17. One of the cheapest being $11, and that is this, Casio SGW300H. This watch was retail priced at around 80 bucks. This is the Casio Twin Sensor watch, and if you're not familiar with the Twin Sensor watch, it has a thermometer and a barometer slash altimeter, and I got it for $11, which is amazing. Right now, and I guess the Casio stopped making this one, right now you can't get this for less than $100 on eBay or wherever you look, right? That's not such a bad thing. Don't worry, for you guys that are looking to purchase a Twin Sensor watch, I got you covered. I got you covered. I'll tell you in a second at the end of this video, but let me talk about this real quick. I've always liked this watch, and I wear this one quite often when the weather is kind of crazy, and although your phone has a decent app on it, this has a barometric pressure sensor on it, and when it gets high or low, you can tell whether it's going to be possibly rainy or clear based off of that barometric sensor. And I've noticed that when I wear this watch, the little sensor on there has been more accurate for telling me when it's gonna rain than my phone app. And that's because this is local to where I'm literally standing, as opposed to my phone getting the information from, I don't know, Google, wherever it gets it from, and saying that it might rain in your zip code. But if you know, in Texas, some of the zip codes are pretty large, so you could be in your zip code and it's raining on one side of it and not on the other. Isn't that crazy? Anyways, the Twin Sensor watch. This is a great little watch. It's extremely comfortable. It's very lightweight, fairly thin. It is just an all-around great little watch to wear, and I love the fact that it doesn't have those hard hinges like a lot of the G-Shocks where it doesn't move. These hinges on this watch move up and down fairly easily because there is a straight-up true hinge. Isn't that neat? 100 meters of water resistance, which is really all you need for a beater watch that you're going to go out with and wear on a regular basis and get it dirty and wet, or to go barbecue by the lake, or to go camping or whatever, because I do all those things. Anyways, this is that watch for going out and doing all those things. It has a ton of features, including, well, I'll just roll through them right here. We don't need to talk about them. I'll just literally tell you the features by showing you right here. All right, I'm going to go through some of the features that this watch has. It's not a whole lot of stuff, but it is fun stuff. I do like the little animation right here. So it's counting down the seconds. It's very nostalgic, right? Very nostalgic, 90s, 80s, whatever you want to call it. So you have the time, daylight savings time, seconds counting right here. And then at the top you have the day and the date. So that's nice. And then it is like a hard mineral glass. It's branded all over it, letting you know what it does, right? Barometer, altimeter, and all these different things. Altimeter up there, twin sensor here off to the side. It's got a plastic body, stainless steel case back, a rubber polymer strap, plasticky rubberized buttons here, but it still feels very sturdy. Now they do have an updated version of this, and I'll put a link down below for that one, for the new one. It's the SGW100, and the new one is got a little bit of a, I guess, a larger screen. It's got a little bit different aesthetic to it, but it's still really nice. Anyways, by the way, if you do enjoy these videos, please like and subscribe. Click down below here, and please like and subscribe. It helps me grow the channel. I like that it's split, right? So you have basically like 3/4 of the watch down below with the main display, and then a little quarter of the watch up here with the smaller greenish colored display. I'm going to rotate through the menus, and we're going to see what this watch can do. So first off you have is the barometer. Now on this particular setting here, you'll see it says baro at the top for barometric pressure, and it still has the time next to it. And then right below that, you'll actually have the barometric pressure reading. And below that, at the very bottom, you will have the thermometer, or the temperature, which is saying that it's 74 degrees. And actually, I keep it right around 73 degrees in the apartment here. So that is very accurate. Now, it is not so accurate when you have it on the wrist. When you're wearing the watch on your wrist, it's going to get the ambient temperature of what's going outside around you and your sweaty, dirty, stinky wrist. So Not so accurate what's wearing on when you're wearing it on the wrist. When you want to get the temperature of wherever you are, take it off your wrist, set it down for about 10 or 15 minutes and wait, and then take a look at it, and then you'll have the right temperature. So a thermometer on your watch. How freaking cool is that? Come on, people. All right, next, we're going to go into the world time. Now, I have mine set to LAX because that's part of the country that I cover a little bit. So you can change this, and when I say cover, I mean work. So you can change this to other cities. You just have to scroll through the submenu here to change to other cities. You look at the top where it says LAX for Los Angeles, and then when I push this bottom button here, it'll go through to the next time zone, and the next time zone, and the next time zone, and the next time zone. So there you go. Or not time zone, but the next city, because it tells the time for different cities. So right now it's showing Chicago. All right, I'm going to go and hit this bottom button here and go to the next menu. Now we have the stopwatch. Countdown timer. That is a really cool little feature there. A lot of people still use this for workouts and whatnot. And then you go to your alarms. I have my alarm set to off. At the very top up here, though, you'll see where it'll say SIG, S-I-G. That's so that way it'll chime every hour on the hour, and then goes right back to your main time screen. You also have the light, so I'm going to light it up right here so you can see it. Old school backlight, that's kind of cool. And then you have your altimeter button for your quick button right here. I'm going to push that bottom one, and you'll see it switch to altimeter. Now the altimeter is based off of the barometric pressure, right? So your barometric pressure is going to be also read out on there, but it's going to tell you what your altitude is right now. So 320 feet above sea level. What I like is that when you do check the barometric pressure, I like that it tells you right there on the dial here if it's fine or cloudy. That is too neat. So if it's fine, I'm guessing that obviously the barometric pressure is showing that it's going to be a non-rainy, non-cloudy day. And then if cloudy, the further it goes towards the left, the more you'll know, okay, there's a good likelihood that it's going to rain. Now we're indoors, so it's not really reading out much at all, but it looks like it's barely got one little blip towards fine. Right over here, you can see the little arrow that just popped up, showing that it's closer to the fine. And now it's back in the middle. Isn't that neat? That is so cool. I love that. Anyways, I'm going to go back and I'm going to show you guys what it looks on the wrist. And by the way, I love that beep sound. Can you hear that? So when you beep through the submenus, you have regular beeps. But then when you go back to the main menu, the main screen with your time, it has a deet, deet, a higher beep. Beep. So sorry, I'm just nerding out here. That is a very nerdy thing to care about. Now, as I'm putting this on, I'm going to tell you guys, if you were looking to get one, there are a couple places that you can get this particular one. You can go onto eBay or StockX, and you can get one there. Now, one that's pretty much new in the packaging is going to be around $136. But you can get them used for about $45 to $50 on eBay. But before you go and you do that, and by the way, it looks great on the wrist, you go to Amazon and you get the SGW300 series. And the reason I like this one is because you still get the twin sensor, except now the twin sensor is more built into the watch and it's not so pronounced. If you look at mine here, you'll see that the twin sensor, the little readout, a little, the unit, that tells you the barometric pressure and all that, it's kind of a little bit of a bulkier item that's on the outside of the watch. I dig it. I think that's cool. I dig this kind of style. It's very 80s, 90s retro. But the new one has the sensor a little bit more smooth and hidden. Also, the new one has a compass built into it. And you can get it for $41 right now with the Amazon link. So, and it's got a full digital screen. Just kind of, it's almost the exact same thing. It's just a little bit more modernized, a little bit cooler looking, and I think it's definitely more useful for what you would need in an everyday situation, especially with the compass that's built into it. So there you go. That's all I got. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy these videos. I enjoy sharing the information with you guys. And thanks for stopping by. And I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.